All right, so you got a big meeting booked with a big account. I mean, they're publicly traded, all of that. And you want to be armed with all the information possible you can. Let's just put this in technology sales. And we're going to pretend for a second that I'm working for a consulting company that builds custom data pipelines. And I have a meeting with the Hershey Company out of Hershey, Pennsylvania, the chocolate company. We have to go in and give it our best shot, and we have to come in armed with information. Now, typically, you would go to the website, you would click around on press releases, and maybe even might look at some of their filings. We're going to use publicly available information. We're going to take their annual report and we're going to put this through Claude. I am going to show you and teach you the framework to extract their opportunities, their growth, their risk factors to the business. How likely are those risk factors to impede their business progress? Where are the opportunities? How can we get up to speed on this organization that's probably more complex than just Hershey bars and Reese's peanut butter cups? How can we go in and know their business, be able to make forward progress on this call? So I'm going to show you the prompts, I'm going to show you the techniques, and let's go. We're at Hershey's Investors website. Let's go to annual reports. And before we download it, let's just look at what's here. So the first part is the proxy statement. But here's where we're really going to get a lot of value from the business, the risk factors. And let's just go and download this. Anything else that I want. So we're going to download the transcript of the recorded remarks and the transcript of the Q&A to give context in terms of what's priority for the Hershey Company. And let's go and download these two. Here's the earnings call that I was referencing. And you have VP of Investor Relations. We have Kirk Tanner, who is the CEO of Hershey, pretty good name to know, and also the Senior Vice President and CFO. Look at all this information. So this is going to provide additional context, help us get great information to prepare us to make the most of our meeting. So we're in Claude. We're just going to create a project, sort of a separate LLM, a separate brain where we can upload those documents and run a prompt. What we're trying to achieve is to prepare for our high level meeting with the Hershey Company. What we are is we're a data pipeline company, and we got this meeting through a connection. We have 45 minutes to talk to the VP of IT. Let's create the project. We're going to add those files. Let's go and let's add our prompt. Act as an enterprise sales strategist. That's the lens that I want Claude to analyze this annual report and this earnings call. Number two is who we are and what I sell. So I'm giving context in terms of the data engineering consulting company, CRM, ERP, SaaS applications, databases, legacy solutions, all of that, and what we do. AI readiness. I'm sure that's up in the annual report. And then third, this is the whole prompt, a structured output. And I'm just going to go very basic on this. I want a growth and opportunity matrix. Where could their business grow and what's their strategic priorities? And what's their risk matrix? What keeps them up at night? And how much does it keep you up all night? Does it keep them up all night or just a couple minutes? All right, let's unpack this prompt 1 through 9. For each opportunity, I am asking Claude to include number one, growth area or strategic priority. Number two, evidence from the annual report. Three, why this matters to the business. Number four, possible data reporting, integration, or pipeline challenge, highly relevant to our custom data pipeline company. Number five, likely stakeholders. Are we talking CFO, CIO? Number six, discovery questions I should ask. Number seven, potential opportunity for custom data pipeline solution. Number eight, strength of opportunity, high, medium, low. And number nine, what should I avoid assuming? And then I also want some additional background on Hershey, things I need to research, what their mission is. Again, that's probably something I want a little bit of information, but come on, we can't be 100% reliant on AI. The fourth one is a guardrail. Be honest, do not force a connection if the annual report does not support that. We all know AI has like this thing where every idea you put into AI is a great idea. I am saying do not force a connection where there's not one. All right. So we actually have a document over here. This is unbelievable. Download this. So we're here in the Hershey Company sales discovery brief. We have four pillars. We have the company background, growth and opportunity matrix, the risk matrix, and the pre-call research checklist. We got a lot to learn. So let's just start with the company background, obviously who they are, their mission, their purpose, new CEO, what's going on, what's the landscape at the Hershey Company, technology and data landscape, what the docs reveal. They have an active ERP implementation underway. We know they have a AAA initiative, a multi year program to leverage new technology and business models to further simplify and automate process. They have board level AI governance, and governance is going to be huge before they implement it at scale. Supply chain logistics, manufacturing, financial marketing, all dependent on integrated IT systems per the 10K. We just have a wealth of information. There's some other bullet points. And here's what we got to research. We got to research the tech stack, orgs and contacts, stakeholders, competitive and market context. Great. Okay, let's go to growth and opportunity matrix. And my understanding, just eyeballing this isn't a growth and opportunity matrix for the Hershey Company, but more of us. High opportunity for growth, and that's the ERP and data migration. We have evidence from the annual report, possible data pipeline challenge, why this matters to the business, potential pipeline opportunity, discovery questions, and what to avoid assuming. I will say this: shame on us, shame on you, shame on me if you just take all of this as the gospel. This is the starting point. If you go and just ask those discovery questions without pressure testing them, shame on you, shame on me. You have to pressure test those discovery questions before you ask them because you got one shot. Retail and shopper integration, that's huge. M&A integration, data pipelines. I love this. What to avoid assuming. We also have likely stakeholders, so you can go and check them out on LinkedIn, AI and next generation capabilities. And let's go to the risk matrix. So we could be competing against the locked ecosystem. Might behoove us to find out who that vendor is, who the ERP is, to do a little bit of digging from there. That ERP is huge. AAA savings initiative wraps up in 2026. Margin pressure. We know that they have their operating profit has dropped a little bit. Lower consulting fees is explicitly cited as a positive in Q1. Hershey Trust and Governance. You want to understand their mission. You want to understand their purpose. Trust me. And macro and consumer headwinds could delay capital investment. So let's look at the pre-call checklist. You got a lot of work to do. Search LinkedIn jobs. I love that for SAP Oracle Data Engineer. It's a great hack. Financial literacy. Don't look uninformed. You don't have to know everything. I think you need to know directionally where the company is going. Conversation anchors, language to use, commercial context, competitive category context, likely entry points, who to target. So you got some LinkedIn work to do, probably some further reading of the annual report. All right. So right there, we've used AI in a very smart and a very intelligent way to use it to raise the floor and raise the ceiling on your calls. So I want to challenge you. Ask AI, what else do I need to know? What do you need to research as a human before your next big sales meeting? So good luck, good selling, and I'll see you around.